is where his skill set will lie and help the club's finances in that respect. No one can.
Sav, I want to come to you, mate. Appreciate that, Johnny. I think you're absolutely bang on. By the way, Johnny. I think that he'll still be involved in the stuff that he's very good at, and I'm more than happy for him to move away from the footballing side. I'm just not going to allow this guy to just portray the history as one directional unipolar blame game. It's a load of bollocks. Savva, talk to me, my man. It's a load of bollocks, mate. It's a load. What you say is a load of absolute bollocks. You talk absolute bollocks all day long. I want to hear some normal common sense logic.
Years, you're talking bollocks, Sean.
Now, hang on a second. You can have your say in a minute, bro.
I am. I'm saying it now. You're talking bollocks.
Well, ditto, my man. Ditto, bro. Ditto. Ignore all the shit that doesn't suit your narrative and just.
Levy's gone. He's so great. So great that they kept him. Yeah?
The zeitgeist is a spoken.
He's gone, Sean. He's gone. He's gone.
Let's talk about your take, mate. What are we doing here, Sav? Come on.
He's gone. Cheerio.
I just hope that. Listen, I think it's the right time. As I said, I think this is the right time. I think it's impossible. Depending on how deep your hatred runs, depends on what your opinion of this window is and who is in charge. Yeah, so for me, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I know. I don't. All of these theories are plausible, right? Oh, Daniel Levy messed up with Morgan Gibbs-White, and therefore he was sidelined with a week to go. And if a week to go, they went, right, Simmons and Milani. Sure. Or Daniel Levy was involved in all of them. Or Daniel Levy, this is you've got to remember, and I'll call him out here. I gave him praise earlier. This is the same Lubo that when we were moving from Morgan Gibbs-White, he assured us that Levy was nothing to do with Morgan Gibbs-White, right? And hang on. I've been quiet for a very long time, right? He assured us that Levy had nothing to do with Kudus and Morgan Gibbs-White. This was Vinay. Spurs are moving differently. Now, that's fine. But if you're going to have that energy, you can't then switch that energy back the moment it goes wrong. So for me, what I'm not going to do, I'm not going to sit here and pretend I know who is in charge of what. All I know is we've got some good signings in the summer. You know my opinion, Sean. I think we were still left short, but that's obviously not for today. That's for another show. But I think it's very difficult to just say all the good things to somebody else and all the bad things are leaving. That doesn't mean I wanted Levy to stay. I think everyone knows very clearly I was Levy out and I wanted him to leave and I wanted new ownership. But we've also got to be really careful here, right? Because the way that people are singing, we've got our Tottenham back and it's that these people at the moment don't know what the new setup is. Now, they might get exactly what they want. I might get exactly what I want, right? I might get a new owner that comes in now, whether they sell, whether it's a new chairman that comes in and we go, oh my God, in January, we're getting Savio. Do you know what? Not just that, we're going to go and buy, I don't know, I'm trying to think of any good strikers. We're going to go and buy this player, that player. Or we might have a chairman that comes in and runs pretty much the same way Daniel Levy does. And the moment he doesn't get one over the line, everyone's going to lose their minds and goes, oh, it's just like Levy. It's just so. I think it's going to be really interesting to see how this all pans out. But for everyone saying we've got our Tottenham back, first of all, had this row with Lubo the other day. What does that mean? We've got our Tottenham back. I don't know what that means. Second of all, let's wait and see when the dust settles. If I try and keep a cool, calm head about it, let's see what does this mean. Like, is Charrington, as I said, is he here to sell it? If Charrington's here to sell it, does that impact the next 2-3 windows while we try and sell it? Does he sell it quickly? Does it, because this will change very quickly, Sean. In January, now it's going to be, right, give us our signings. In January, right now, Levy's gone. Where are our 2 big signings in January? When that doesn't happen, I'll be interested to see if the energy is still the same. Yeah. You had Lubo last night. I won't go into our private WhatsApp groups, but the Doncaster, all Daniel Levy's fault. Less than 24 hours later, Daniel Levy's not the chairman anymore. So whose fault was that? And this is why I think we've got to be really careful as to blaming one person for everything. I blamed him for many things. I didn't blame him like when Stell blames him for 2 trophies in 25 years. Well, yeah, let's put some blame on some of the managers as well who've managed to absolutely mess up in finals and semi-finals. But what I do blame Daniel Levy for, and where I do make Lubo right, is there has been many players where you think you could have got that over the line if you wanted to. So for me, I think there's got to be a balance. And as I've got a little bit older and a little bit more wiser to these things, you do realise I can't just turn around and go, one man is the devil. But then when something good happens, it's nothing to do with the devil. That was the angel. And it's like, well, hang on, what? So who's in charge? So I don't know if I've waffled there. Probably people in the chat will tell me I have.
I think you brought a lot of balance there to a heated argument. I think you gave credit to both sides of the coin, mate. So I'll tip my cat to that.
My Vinay.
Johnny's his CEO. Stel, mate, who was responsible for the window that just happened, mate? Was it one group? Was it the other? Or do you not know?
This is madness. Honestly, I'm sitting here listening to this. This is absolute madness. Savva, you say that you're being balanced and you can't blame one guy, this guy. 2 years ago, I did a YouTube show with you and you sat there going, we've changed stadium, we've changed sponsors, we've changed training ground, we've changed managers, we've changed this, we've changed that. What's the one thing we haven't changed? And you put it all on Levy. Now you're sitting here talking to me about balance and how we can't put it all on him.
Okay, so still, how can you put this window on? If we're saying we've made good signings, are we just saying this is what I'm trying to say about balance? So the good signings weren't him, but the failures were him. I'm just trying to work out where we all sit.
I'll explain it. Exactly what you said 2 years ago, which you are now changing your stance from.
No, I haven't. Listen, you're doing this thing you always do. You're doing this thing you always do.
I'm reminding you the things that you said.
I'm talking about this window. Still, it's not 2 years ago.
This window links to what you said, but I haven't been able to finish what I was saying. So this window applies to everything that you said.
Finish your point, Sav. Just let him get his words out.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Refusal. I'll give you first.
Yeah. Go on.
This links to everything Savva said 2 years ago, where he's now claiming to be balanced. He wasn't balanced 2 years ago or last year. The reality is this. This window is like every other window. It's a team of people, Levy, the football director or head of recruitment, and the manager. Between them three, they've got to decide who they sign. Levy will always have the final say because it's his business and he's the one that signs off on the checks. Levy has the final say, but there is input from the people involved in the process, which is the manager to some degree and the football director. But here's the thing. We've changed managers. We've changed football directors. We've changed heads of recruitment. Savva was right 2 years ago. The one thing we've never changed is Levy in the process. So for me, who do you put this window on? Levy deserves at least some praise for the signings because he's part of that team of people. He's always part of the team of people. But this is the only window in 25 years where I, as a fan, come out of and I say, do you know what? That was good in terms of quality that came in. I've never seen us sign 4 good players in one window. I've seen us sign 1, maybe 2, but that's it. Other than if you take Mateus Tell out of this window, it was a good window by our standards. So to answer your question, Sean, it's a layer of people that are behind the signings this summer. Levy's one of them. But what I'll say is this, and I repeat what I said last week. Everyone comes to a point where you're past your sell-by date. Players, managers, and chairman. Levy reached his sell-by date. He's got to go. And Joe Lewis, he's way gone past his sell-by date. He's got to go next. And that's
Sean, can I rebuttal? Sean, let me rebuttal. Hang on. Let me rebuttal. So Stell's doing that thing he normally does. I was talking about balance for this window. I wasn't talking when he's going, 2 years ago. I wasn't talking about 2 years ago. I'm talking about this window. I know we're not allowed to do that, but I'm talking about this window.
Hang on, Stel. Wait.
Hang on. Stel.
You said a bit more than that.
Stel. No, hang on. No. Stel, come on. No.
You do the thing Sean does. You're cherry picking.
No, I'm not cherry picking anything. I was talking about what I was actually doing was talking about Lubo's point to this window was everything shit that happened was Levy, everything good that happened was someone else. And I'm saying I don't feel like in a window like this, it wasn't like it was all shit then all good. Sorry, all shit then all good. If that had been the case, then maybe. But it was like that, this window, wasn't it? with some highs, lows, highs, lows, highs, lows. So what we can't do is go, right, he was involved with this this low, then we went high. But then Levy got back involved and it went low. Then he got kicked out again, it went high. That's my only point. That's not to say, this is the thing, when you do this still, Levy had to go. Hang on.
Do what? You said when you do that.
If you shut up, I'll get there, mate. You keep doing this, man. I'm not. Right?
Do what?
This is my point.
Savva, let him finish his point. Savva, finish your point. Go.
This is my point. I've not once said Daniel Levy didn't have to go. This is what, like, I see people going, Savva's flip-flop. I haven't flipped on anything. Levy needed to go. But the difference is, this is the difference between when people have a conversation and can't understand any balance or nuance, right? Me thinking that he is well past his sell-by date, I've never said he isn't. Me saying that he should go, never said he should stay, right? But that doesn't mean that I can turn around to a window and go, blame you for this, not for this. Blame you for this, not for this. That's my only point with the balance. Lastly, I'll just say this. If somebody on this panel wants to talk about flip-flopping, cool. But it can't be from the guy that called out a manager for being shit for 2 years and then all of a sudden wants to do my manager, women's t-shirt.
As soon as Eze deal falls through,
let me finish. Let me finish.
Because this is.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable.
Let me finish. Right?
No, because you're lying, Savva.
Stell, wait a minute, mate.
Okay, guys, can I just say, guys, I'm on holiday in a hotel room. I can't keep shouting. So Stell keeps cutting me off. I will have to jump because I can't. I've got to keep my voice to a level, right?
I'll mute everybody else.
Please, yeah. I've got to keep my voice to a level just for a bit of common courtesy for the hotel rooms around me. I don't understand. I've never said Daniel Levy doesn't need to go. Literally, I never said he doesn't need to go. But when Spurs signed Kudus, I didn't praise anybody else other than Levy. When Spurs didn't get Eze, I blamed Levy, right? So I was consistent with, if you get the praise this summer, you get the hate this summer as well. Like, what I'm saying you can't do is go, Vinay, you get the praise for this one. Levy, you're shit. You didn't get that deal done. But Paratici, you now get the praise for this one. I don't understand. I've said he needed to go. He's well past his sell-by date. He's not fit for purpose for me in 2025 in the market. But that doesn't mean he needs to be berated for every little deal which doesn't work, but can't get praise for every deal that does work. I'm not sure what the big drama is around that. And that's what Lubo does, that Stell will back him for. That's what Lubo does. No offense. That's what he does. It was Vinay is now in charge. My Vinay's in charge. Then when the Morgan Gibbs White deal fell through, he's the first one on the messages going, typical Levy's fucked this up. And you're like, whoa, hang on. You've been adamant it's not Levy. So me saying something nice about Levy doesn't mean 2 years ago I blamed everything on him and want him out. I want him out. I just don't go into the hatred side of it like other people do, like the pure hatred. So I don't see the issue. He's gone. Good. Let's hope the grass is greener. If it's not, let's see where we're gonna target next. But I'm happy he's gone. It's a good day.
Fair enough.
Sean, can I just clarify the timeline here?
Can I respond to that waffle?
Hang on, Stell. Just wait a second.
I said that Vinay. I was told Vinay was in charge. Kudus and Polinia was Vinay. MGW. Obviously, I actually said on several platforms that I didn't think Levy was to blame for the MGW. Whatever happened, I don't know. I'd like to know what happened. No, I didn't, Sav. I didn't. I actually would like to know.
Luba, I've got what? No, I'm not. Okay.
What we do know